Blog Talk Radio.
Hello and welcome everyone to the Family Focus Show on Blog Talk Radio for Thursday, July 23rd. I'm your host, Lynn Brunet. I'm coming to you live from British Columbia, Canada, a very sunny, beautiful summer day, so that's always a good thing. I come to you live every Thursday morning at 10 a.m. Pacific or 1 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm a Master Family Dynamics Coach and a Master Spirit Life Coach, and also very dedicated to helping families help themselves, which is why I do my show every week. Just bring on guests that know what they're talking about in their field, and that we can provide the information together to everybody out there that needs a little bit of guidance in certain areas and issues that they may be having in their lives. You can visit my website at www.yourfamilyfocus.com for more information about me. You can listen to past shows that I've done on various topics, as well as you can sign up for my free newsletter. And if you have any questions or anything, you can visit my website and ask questions if you're a little bit shy, and email me directly. So let's get on with it, because we've got a great guest today. Her name is Kerin Adams. She's a highly respected certified coach and expert on ADD and ADHD. She has a wealth of experience as a proactive coach to parents, teachers, and executives. She's an author, sought-after speaker. She's got lots of experience. And something else, she's the only person that's come up with a workbook, which I think is really important for children and teens and adults with ADD or ADHD. So she's helped a lot of people gain practical solutions for time management, and especially to boost and maintain their self-esteem. So without further ado, Kerin Adams, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Good. Hello, everybody. It's nice to speak with you today on the topic of boosting self-esteem, and I'm going to be discussing with you a little bit about the workbook and how it came about and what's in it and what the purpose of it is. Is there a way to find out, Lynn, how many people are on the line and how many people are familiar with ADD and the diagnosis of it?
There isn't at the time, no. Just to let you know as well, and listeners, that I have opened up the chat room for those. Sometimes people don't want to call in, or they're a little bit shy, or whatever, like to chat with other people. So there is the chat room open. So that is sort of right now the only way. After the show, we can all know how many of the listeners there are, but at this time, no, we don't know. So maybe we should just sort of cover what it is and how important it is to get tested for it. Okay.
Well, to begin with, ADD is not a negative thing if it's diagnosed correctly, and it's dealt with on different levels. And in September, CHAD, Children and Adults with ADD, is going to celebrate ADD Awareness Month during 1 week in September. That's going to have to do with the reasons why, in general, it's important to know if a child has ADD or an adolescent, or if it's something else, and why it's very important to get a diagnosis as soon as possible. In terms of the reason why I wrote this workbook was for many different reasons. I actually was very fortunate to have a father figure who was a famous psychiatrist who pioneered in the field of adult ADD, and he influenced me greatly to take an interest in others and their well-being. And secondly, I have a daughter who has auditory processing issues and other learning issues, and through her perseverance and her dedication, she became a very successful grammar school student, and that's true now all the way up into nursing school.
Oh, great.
I gave her a lot of help in terms of tutors and a 504, and with a combination of things, she was really able to reach the goals that she set forth for herself. And lastly, I was a paraprofessional to children with ADD or who had behavioral issues, and ended up being very successful in the sense that with the slightest bit of positive reinforcement, the kids really went through a metamorphosis over a period of time where their behaviors were more controlled and they really did better for themselves. So for all these reasons, I decided to put together a workbook, and as Lynn had said, there is no other workbook like this that has involvement on a hands-on approach, and it's specifically there to serve several purposes for a child or an adolescent or a teen, whether they're in school or they're at home. The book deals with helping you as a loving parent to help your son or your daughter develop social skills such as listening, sharing, cooperating, being empathetic, as well as problem-solving, resolution, wherever they are. And this I've done through something called the diary method. In the book, there's at least 50 pages of diaries that have 3 to 4 prompts on each page that list the things that your son or daughter needs to pay attention to on a daily basis. And some of these things they might already do automatically, and if once they see that, they'll feel better about themselves because they'll be reinforcing themselves in a positive way, and they'll recognize that they're able to do certain things that they weren't even aware of because it's just not recognized on a daily basis by anybody. And this in itself boosts the self-esteem of kids, which anyone that knows anything about ADD, self-esteem is something that is really lacking due to learning challenges and awkwardness in social skills and difficulty in learning at all in some aspects, so that boosting self-esteem is really something that needs to be worked on a daily basis so that kids really have a better shot at fulfilling their potential.
Now, is this, I'm sorry, is this workbook, is it, I should say the title of the book, the workbook is ADHD Success, Solutions for Boosting